I was born in Pakistan, and the first time I saw my father punch my mother in the face, I was 4 years old. The first time I was sexually abused, I was 5 years old. And it wasn't just one incident. It lasted for 3 years. When I was 9, I was again sexually abused by the house help. Sorry. There has been so much violence around me in every aspect of my life, in every country that I've lived in. As a victim of child abuse and rape at the age of 13, I can't find a better reason to get out of bed every day and help those that are screaming and their voices remain unheard. This is why in 2007, I started No More Tears with a mission to assist victims of domestic violence and human trafficking. Nothing has been more therapeutic for me than doing this work. It is important to mention that no one at No More Tears takes a salary, not even myself. 100% of what we receive as donations goes towards our victim services programs. Human trafficking and domestic violence affects everyone. It has no prejudices, and it is our duty to do something to eradicate these issues. To date, No More Tears has assisted, rescued, and empowered over 30,000 children, men, and women. Thank you so much for including us in this event, and thank you to all the heroes out here. I find myself I'm in honor to be in your presence. Thank you so much. And now we're going to watch a short film about No More Tears. Thank you.
And he walked right up to me.
And I said, I just want to go home.
The one time he pushed me.
I had a very difficult time.
I just didn't know which way to walk. And then
the one time he kicked me.
And not
he's
one
gonna
person
kill me.
came out of their house.
Safe.
Please
I just
help
need
me.
help.
Please help me.
Yes? Okay. What is the age of the victim? What police department are you calling from? We grew up in a very wealthy home. It was a beautiful house on the outside, and inside there were just horror stories that were taking place. That's why I never felt like I was loved or protected. But in the same instance, I don't want to be a victim. I want to be a survivor. And that's why I started No More Tears, because I didn't want to have a pity party. I didn't want to be the person that's under a bridge shooting heroin. I wanted to be strong and resilient and be able to make a good life for myself. Genia called, I guess she got her information from a police officer, and she could barely speak English, so it was very hard for me to understand what she was saying, but she just kept saying she needs help, I need help, my husband beat me, and I don't know where to go, I need help, I need someone to help me. So we have a therapist, her name is Yulia Waters, and she's from Russia, and she does pro bono work for No More Tears. So I immediately call Yulia, and then Yulia calls Genia, and then Yulia called me back and said that her husband has been abusing her. There have been 3 or 4 incidents of severe physical abuse, and she basically needs our help, and she has nowhere to go. And we picked her up, and she had 2 cats and a dog. And the problem is that a lot of domestic violence shelters here do not accept pets. So we found her a place, a safe house that would accept pets, and we put her in there for a month, and then we found her a studio. We helped her get a job. We're doing her immigration right now. We're filing for her divorce, and she's just a beautiful, sweet woman that has been through immense amount of abuse, and yeah, she's on her way to doing really well.
This is what bring my friend from Moscow. I order, she bring.
Oh, really?
Dance. Yeah.
So
remember?
how you make cappuccino with that?
Yeah. It's
That's amazing.
It's milk almond.
Oh, perfect. So it's healthy.
Yeah, I won't try this because I don't drink before.
A lot of women or men that are victims of domestic violence or human trafficking or whatever, they have pets and they don't want to leave because they love their pets. And in many instances, the abusers will kick the pets, beat the pets, hurt the pets.
Она даже животным моим говорила, нужны игрушки, нужна кроватка, там что-то еще. Она постоянно спрашивала. Я старалась отказываться, потому что я ей говорила, подерут коробки первое время. Она переживает как за тебя, как за свою семью. Вот, я была до такой степени просто в шоке, что есть такие здесь люди.
We want to empower women, we want to make them financially independent, and Genia is the prime example of someone. I'm so proud of her. I mean, this girl works so hard, and she has saved money to now be able to pay her rent in August. So she's like my little sister, and I'm so proud of her.
Поэтому она говорила, что моя, говорит, мечта, чтобы ты пошла учиться. Она говорила про меня, как вот... Она говорила про меня, как про свою мечту, что это ее мечта. И я была в такой степени в шоке, что я вспомнила свою мечту, и я сказала, боже, Соми, это действительно что-то удивительное, я действительно хочу пойти учиться на психолога.
I'm not the conventional Pakistani Muslim woman. I took a different road, a road that is literally less traveled. I decided to not get married, not have children, and my parents were very disappointed in me. I wanted kids when I was in my 20s, but now after running this organization for 11 years, I've decided that this organization is my baby, and I get all my maternal instincts fulfilled with all the children at No More Tears. We have movie nights, we go out to Chuck E. Cheese, I spend a lot of time with these children, and I get where these children are coming from because I was that child once.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we got everyone covered?
I was in Missouri at the time. I met a guy and it seemed like everything was great. And it started with like verbal abuse, and eventually it became more physical and more physical and more physical. I became pregnant, and with the pregnancy, the physical abuse intensified. He would choke me until I passed out while I was pregnant. He would take my arm and like twist it back, hit me multiple times. One time he kicked me down the stairs while I was 7 months pregnant, and got down the stairs before I got there and picked me up by the neck and threw me up against the wall and choked me until I would like pass out. That's when I was just like, this is enough. Like, I can't take any more. Like, this is happening in front of my kids, and he's gonna kill me if this continues to happen. So I went online and I found No More Tears. I was like really hesitant about calling that number because the other two numbers I had called, no one answered, and like they told me like I should just basically like lay down and die. So I called the number, and like this voice was like, no more tears, that this is Somy, like, can I help you? It was something like that, and I just started crying because I was just like, okay, finally, like maybe she's gonna help me. And so I told her like what was going on with this stuff with my kid's father, the abuse, the kicking me down the stairs, the choking me, the hitting me, I'm like, he's just gonna kill me, and I need help. I just need help. And she was like, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. She sent me money all the way to Missouri from Florida to get my kids and get my stuff and move down here. And I just felt like a sense of like relief. Like, I don't know this lady, but she seems really nice, and like hopefully she's really gonna help me. And then my kids and I got down here, and she did everything that she said she was gonna do to help me. She got us into a hotel, and she helped me get a place, an apartment. She's helped me go to school. She has paid for therapy. She's paid for doctors. She's No More Tears has done like so much, and I have so much gratitude, and I'm so thankful that Somy answered the phone.
I love you. All right. Okay, let's see it. Breathe. Woo! No, Quincy. Woohoo! That's awesome. Whoa! Woohoo! Nice job. That was awesome.
Somy actually put me through a program, like a vocational kind of program, and from there I've kind of just gone up the ladder. I got a job at a hospital, assisting nurses, and now I'm actually starting nursing school on August 20th. I just have to keep, I have to keep going. I know that my kids are counting on me to take care of them. I'm the only one that they have. So that drives me. And then just I'm making it for Somy, because if it wasn't for her, like, I'd be dead. So I want to be that survivor that just keeps on going. Like, I just want to be that one who's just so resilient and not backing down and not giving up, because she didn't give up on me.
We're coming to you right now. Yes. I'll be there in about 10 minutes. Okay. In our culture and in my family, we don't talk about rape, we don't talk about sexual abuse, we don't talk about domestic violence. It's all swept under the rug. You know, I went to a mosque to put some of our brochures, No More Tears' brochures, here in the US, and the imam, he basically told me, you need to leave. There's no domestic violence in our culture. You can't put these brochures in there. And then I went in on a Friday prayers, and I put, since the women and men are segregated in a mosque, I put our brochures, and 7 victims called me. So what I need you to do is you need to go with me to the courthouse, because we need to file a restraining order.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so because I don't like the fact that he's called your work. That makes me very, very nervous. And we need to file a restraining order, because this way he cannot contact you, your friends, your family. He can't come close to you, he can't come close to your work, none of that. We need to do that. When you have a hearing, when you go in front of the judge, No More Tears will provide you with a lawyer to represent you at the hearing. I will go with you as a victim advocate. So I will be there with you throughout this journey. In about a year and a half, when you're a registered nurse, you're gonna look back at this time and you're gonna be like, oh my God. I was sexually abused when I was 5. There were 3 incidents with the house help. And then I was sexually abused again at 9 in Pakistan. And then when we moved to the US, I was a victim of rape. My father doesn't know that I lost my virginity through rape. He has no idea that I was 13. He still doesn't know I was raped. My mom doesn't know. I didn't tell her. And I don't want to tell her, because she's also a victim of abuse. She was abused several times as a child by numerous people. So it's just a cycle and the pattern, and it's just like generations and generations of this abuse where nobody wants to talk about it. I don't know if you ever heal from the abuse as a child or as a teenager, or if you ever heal from being raped. It took me a long time to overcome all of this.
I was raped for 48 hours consecutively, and part of you breaks away. Part of who you are leaves. You have to leave your body to to tolerate it. The pain physically, the emotional pain, the loss of control. I was about to give up, and I was going to jump off of a train bridge in front of the Amtrak station. And a gentleman walked out of the station, walked directly up to me and said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I'm not." He asked, "Why not?" And I said, "I just want to go home." Oh, awesome. Okay, cool.
So the AC works. Does cool. It works.
Yeah.
And then what we can also do is, Chris, we can get you a hot plate.
Yeah.
Like it's like $30,
Okay.
and you can at least cook your own meal.
Yeah. No, you're fine, honey.
So let's put it in the middle, and then two people can sit on each side. There
Yep.
you go.
There we go.
I know. It's okay. It's okay. It's a lot. I know. I know. I'm a handful. It's okay. With our experience with No More Tears, I'm answering about 30 to 40 calls a day.
Yes.
No More Tears, I'm very proud of this organization's model
Who's the victim?
because we don't put anyone on a waiting list. We provide immediate assistance. In 2 months' time, we empower them to a level with therapy and education opportunities where they're on their own feet. And every case is different. Every time I feel like I've heard the worst, there's always something worse than that. You know, we're number 2 with human trafficking. The state is number 2. So, and the youngest victim for human trafficking is 9. I mean, we had a kid that was 2 years old. I think I told Genia about this. 2-year-old baby girl that was, there's something called the dark web. It's an encrypted web. You can go in, but there's an encryption. People were paying money to watch men do sexual things to this 2-year-old child. It was horrible, horrible. But this happens here. All this happens here and people have no idea about it.